I just said, let's read a poem, and Alistair Crowley appeared. My friend. Watermelon Rambles is a good song. It's one of my hit songs of 2026.
Yeah.
Orange Lube. Don't forget the Orange Lube.
Lube and orange. Anyway, did you see that they said, let's read a poem, and then you appeared out of nowhere?
Yeah, then they...
And then they boomed the room before the poem could be read.
Yeah.
And then I opened a room that was called Let's Read a Poem. But of course, no one joined the room.
Oh, damn.
Let's read a poem.
You know why? Because
the title of this room.
You know why people don't want to attend your poem reading?
Because needing to make commentary, social commentary.
Maybe, but really it's because people come here because they want to get high on the dopamine conversation. If they can't speak,
they don't want to read a boring poem.
Yeah, they want to get their short-term dopamine. That's it. That's the whole app is running off of that.
Dope.
It's just obvious that, it's. I heard Alan Watts say that Christians and other religious people, they get into these very intense religious debates, but what they're really doing is just doping up on these religious debates, and he doesn't do that because it's pointless.
Did he say they're doping up? What did he say?
Yeah, he said they're all getting high. He's like, it's the same. It's like a drug fiend. They come in to get the religious high, and that's what they're addicted to. But there's no point in that. It's
I can't believe it. Mess up your stream here. But it's amazing how many people on this word time wasting dope about religion. They would be living in a more holy way, where they would be thinking like,
they cannot comprehend your personality, and that's what people are trying to do, but they're failing miserably, and it's just evident in the way they communicate. So cool. Yeah, the Tanya is a perfect.
The Tanya talks all about that. The Tanya keeps talking about that.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Benoni in between.
See, cell phone the people are not actually using their cell phones. They're being used. And so if you reverse it and you communicate, intelligent discourse and wisdom, well, then you are using it and it is not using you. I just found out also that there's another election here for the Chicago School Board that I can actually, apply to. And so Monday, I'm gonna nomination signature the school board.
But
Yeah,
you don't have any kids.
it doesn't matter. It's a political election, and it's a non-paid political position. You don't even get paid to be on the school board, and they expect you to work 30 hours a month unpaid. But I'm
The
gonna.
school board is definitely the way to start a political career, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people get, I mean, the school board, I don't know, say where you live in a much bigger city than me, but the school board here is like, it all goes down at the school board.
Yeah.
That's like where it's all happening. There's like screaming fights, like police, and yeah, like it all is going down at the school board.
I only have till like May 29th to get the signatures, but what I can do is as I'm getting signatures for the school board, I can also get signatures for the mayoral candidacy. So that's my impetus is kill two birds with one stone. I'm like, well, why not do it?
That sounds good.
Yep, that's my plan.
Well, speaking of our word, I am weaving a basket, which seems like, speaking of wasting time, I don't know what the use of time.
What I don't understand is like, why can't I watch a live stream of you weaving a basket? Why can't I see your shorts of you making the baskets?
Yeah. I know, that's a great point. Well, because I'm wasting time talking to you, I guess I.
Yeah, but you could have a separate. You have to get another burner phone.
A separate phone.
Yeah, you really need 100.
I need to just nut up and get some more phones. So you told me, like, I don't need your help, but there are cheap smartphones. I just need a cheap smartphone that can do video and internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And
let me text you the one that I think you should get.
You sent me one like a year ago. And I remember thinking like, oh, I could do that. And then I just never did. You're right. I could be live streaming and talking to you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really probably what I want to do.
It's not what you want to do. It's what you have to do. There is no fucking money in weaving baskets, but there is money in making basket weaving videos.
Live streaming. You're right. You're right. I should be live streaming this. I should be live streaming now.
Yep.
I could be live streaming now. I'm already a third of the way through here.
Let me show you that I think you should get. It's only $119.
Yeah, that's
you could get a cheaper one, which you could get the $39.99 version, which is
that's what I remember.
Yeah.
You sent me something that was like $40 or $50. That was like very affordable.
Yep.
But what's the difference? Why would you recommend the higher price one?
It's just a higher quality phone, yeah. But you don't really need it. But you really do absolutely. I mean, just buy this one or let me get you the other one. Like my friend Zach or Matt came over here to my house yesterday, and he's like, let's start a business. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, are you prepared to buy 3 cell phones, and are you prepared to start creating content? No. Okay, well, then I guess we won't start a business.
Right. I guess because no matter what business you are in, actually content. Did I tell you about my friend? Not my friend, but this girl I knew from college is making $14,000 a month working as a crossing guard.
What?
Yes, she works for an hour a day as a crossing guard at an elementary school.
$14,000 a month? What?
$14,000 a month as a crossing guard at an elementary school because she has a Substack where she writes about her experience as an elementary school crossing guard, and she mailed a postcard for $8 a month. And she has 2,000 subscribers. So 2,000 times 8 is, or 7. She has 7 or something. She sells it for 7, or she has 1,500. You know, if you can sell 6 times 2 is $12,000.
Yeah.
Or 6 $6 times 2,000 subscribers is $12,000.
Well, imagine what you could do if you were the doorman at a strip club instead of just a crossing guard.
Right. Well, so I'm working up to having the courage to start videotaping my driver's ed lessons. And I feel like that could make very good content. That license plate video where I'm making fun of the lady's license plate is now my most viewed video on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest video ever, was me bitching about this lady's license plate. And it now has 40,000 views and 6,300 likes. 6,000 likes. And it was just me yelling at traffic.
I would really, you have a product with your baskets and other, handiworks and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would, in my opinion, as your friend, it would be to focus on creating videos around that, because there's so many artistic ways to do it, like cuts and sounds and speeding it up, ways to like film that, and you're already doing it. Like, kill two birds with one stone at all time. When you film, you're always killing two birds.
I guess, well, the issue, I mean, I really appreciate your time. I don't want to just use you as a free business consultant, but you are, I consider you my friend or whatever, but.
Oh, see, I'm killing two birds over here. I'm recording myself talking to you.
You're making money right now, and you're making 10 cents an hour.
A penny a word.
Well, the issue is just that I'm teaching. I need to, I guess, hire somebody, or maybe set up and film with a couple tripods or something, or just maybe I could be filming with the glasses. I could wear the filming.
The meta glasses are dope. Yeah.
I didn't get the meta glasses. I probably should have. I got the Chinese knockoff, and they're not as.
Yeah, the meta ones integrate with the meta app. It's all right. You can, having more filming equipment is just the beginning. Once you actually start making money, you'll invest in more equipment.
Yeah, but anyway, the issue is just that I'm teaching, and I'm not devoted to filming. When I'm teaching, I'm distracted by. I feel like if I were filming, that would be a distraction from the teaching. So what I really want is somebody to come to my classes and film the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess those people, I really want. It's the same way that you want somebody to come collect for $1 a signature or something. I would love it if somebody could do it for $20. Can I just give you $20 and you just fucking film my class? But
we'll put an ad up on Craigslist. You can always do a service exchange and say, "Hey, I will teach you how to make a basket." And I will.
Like a free basket class or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
You gotta fucking ask. You gotta do things. You can't just sit around and whine. You can't just complain.
Don't talk about it. Just do it. Another thing is, do not rely on anyone. If you want something right, you have to do it yourself. And that's just the way life works. It's unfortunate. Talking versus. But see, again, you're just hitting a button. It's not rocket science here, my friend.
I have made a couple cool videos. I just need to do more. It's always more. Every day is a new day. Every breath is a chance to begin again.
And imagine, eventually you could actually stop weaving, and maybe you could just read books on the internet and make money. Now that would be the dream.
I was talking with my mother, and I mentioned, because we were talking about Clubhouse, so, Abby, think about that.
Yeah.
She complimented my mother's artwork. She said, she likes my mom's paintings. And I told my mommy about that. And I said, look, this lady in Clubhouse. She was like, what's Clubhouse? And I said, it's a waste of time. And then I said, one of people do random things. One of these guys I know, and he just sits there and reads books all day, and he reading.
Mm-hmm.
She was cracking up. She was like, that's his contribution. And I said, that's his contribution. He reads books of wisdom. And she said, I love it. So I thought you would appreciate that.
There's this retard. There's this R word on YouTube who has like 60,000 followers. He's totally schizophrenic, and he just sits there with a pyramid on the top of his head, and he sits there and says nothing. But sometimes he does mantras. But it's just you can tell he's not doing well. He's mentally not well and physically not well.
Wow.
But people in the hundreds sit there and watch him on his toilet with a pyramid hat on, holding some kind of metal rods, just sitting there going, nam, nom, nam, shiva, om, nam,
Is he
shiva.
really on his toilet?
Yeah.
He's actually on the toilet.
Or something
Or something.
Close enough.
Making money, you'll invest in.
But what I'm saying is, like, nobody cares about what I do, but like the circus freaks actually do very well on TikTok.
Have you seen the fat guy? The fat guy who orders food?
No, is that TikTok or IG?
It's on TikTok, but it's all over everything. You might even recognize him just from the ether because he's gone viral. And don't look it up because it's a horrible waste of time and you'll just regret it and you're already wasting time already. But just understand, he's a fat man and he goes to fast food places and he places like ridiculous. Can I get a number 5 large? Can I get a number 7 with the extra wings? And can I get a McFlurry with 2 frostings?
Ugh.
And can I also get a number 7? And can I also get a number 11? And the checkout person is like, he's like, can I also get 2 and a number 5? And I also
Jesus.
get a number 7. And then he gets all the food. It's like 11 boxes. And then he just eats it.
He's huge. He's massively obese then.
He's just a massive, huge, fat man who films himself ordering fast food and eating it in his car. And you're like, you should film yourself doing your basket weaving, and you're filming yourself like reading ancient wisdom, literal like wisdom of the ages, trying to whatever. You don't do your laundry or something. You have 60 pairs of underwear, but at least you are trying to bring wisdom into the world. Versus this man who is simply getting 15 orders of Raisin Canes, and he's simply eating, and he's got, more views than you. Like, it's just absurd. It's just an absurd reality that we live in. We just live in a wild world.
Well, the thing to note is how in terms of consuming content, creating content, like you said, absurdity content, because it's really like, if you're watching somebody destroy themselves by eating all this fatty food, like, you yourself are like, in a way, experiencing that person's, so it creates all of this like brain chemical based off of that experience, that happening. And this is why pornography is the biggest content of all time. I mean, if you were to total up all the number of hours of porno consumption throughout history, it's obviously like one of the biggest forms of content ever created. And you have to ask, why is pornography so popular? And it's because it creates those pleasure chemicals in the brain and the curves.
You're like, oh man, what if I was doing that?
See, for some people who have never actually had good sex in their lives, they can't even think about a memory of having a good sexual experience, which is really a great tragedy. Like, when I'm masturbating, I think about all of the beautiful women, that I've had experiences with.
Remember that one.
Yeah, and it's like I'm reliving the experience. Anyways, very grotesque conversation, but nonetheless, it's an important conversation about content and the stupidity that people, like, for example, are you going to see the new Matt Damon film, The Odyssey?
I didn't even hear about it. Is it actually The Odyssey, like Odysseus?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't hear about it, but probably not, but maybe. I don't know. Are you going to see it?
No, absolutely not. Let me just put it to you this way. If you think going to a theater to spend $20 to watch Matt Damon in a CGI film is like a good investment in your future, you are a sucker. If you create 10 1-minute basket weaving videos and put that shit up on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, now you've invested in yourself and not Matt Damon.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Good answer. That makes sense.
Trick question there. Got you.
Right. I guess.
Not really trick art. Anyways, I'm just saying that we have to create for ourselves, and we have to try to create high value content. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I should get the other phone. I probably could. I mean, I could. That's you right, because I need to have multiple phones, because right now I only have one phone, and I want to have some music going. Like, I would need to be filming probably with music in the background. And
Do
also
AI music.
Clubhouse.
Use your proprietary AI music on Suno and play your own music.
Right.
Everything is yours now. There's nothing that's
No, but I'm
protected.
saying you need a one with filming, one playing music, one is on Clubhouse, one is on TikTok. And you really, I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that I might be coming around to your way.
It's inevitable. It wouldn't matter if I
It's
told.
inevitable.
It's inevitable.
No matter how long you resist, everybody is eventually going to have 50 phones surrounding them at all times. And you're just an early adopter of the future way. The future is...
Right now, this very moment, as I talk to you, I have 25 phones pointed at me. If you were to do this, you would have... If you were in my house right now, sitting in front of all these phones, you'd be like...
I would just be
wow.
sitting weaving a basket, right.
Wow.
But it would be more... Yes, you're right.
You'll see.
You're right.
You don't have a YouTube. You might have a YouTube channel. I know you do. But anyways, what I'm saying is there's so much functionality that you're not experimenting with. Life is an experiment, and you have to conduct as many experiments as humanly possible. Otherwise, you're not a scientist. And so on YouTube, there's the shorts. You can create a 3-minute short, and those get pushed through the algorithm to random people. And believe me, when you have a basket video with music, and people will watch it because it's a hypnotizing process. And so, you know, you have a great niche, my friend. And when you are successful, I expect to be complimented, and possibly, if you make enough money, like possibly flown out to Portland, you know, to go have a nice dinner with my friend. That's all I want, my friend. It's some fun. That's all anybody wants, my friend.
Right. Well, here we have Cheryl. Do you know who Cheryl is?
Does it really matter? If they don't raise their hand, I could care less.
Pastor Cheryl.
It's not true. I'm not saying I don't care less. But the truth is, I created this room to listen to mantras and to maybe read a book.
A book. Oh, Aurora is here. Aurora Metanoia.
Oh, she's going to annoy you. That's for sure. Hey, Aurora.
You don't find me amusing anymore, no?
I think some guys on this app might find you very attractive, personally. I think many men find you attractive.
I don't know who you are, darling.
That's what a lot of people like to say.
He knows you.
Yesterday, I got into an argument with a woman. She kept saying, "You don't even know me, bitch! You don't even know me!" And I was like, "Bitch, you don't know me! You don't know me, bitch!"
Yeah.
Then they kicked me from the room. And I told her I was going to come back in anonymous and film her and put her on YouTube. She's like, "I don't give a fuck, bitch!"
Did they give you help? No.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. Mantras, huh?
Harim.
I'm also live streaming myself. I'm currently live streaming myself weaving a basket, and I've got about 40,000 viewers on TikTok. Everybody loves watching me weave a basket, and even though I don't even have to interact with the viewers on TikTok, I just have it set up there. If you're watching on TikTok, please donate. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. See, people just sent me like $50. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just got $50 for weaving a basket.
Underwater basket weaving, you should put that filter up.
Yeah, see, would you watch that? Would you like the link to my live stream, actually?
I do art, so
Oh, so you don't need to. What kind of art do you do?
Visual.
Do you know how to weave a basket?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
String.
The string.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I would call that like a bag.
Well, no.
Like a
It's
satchel. Like a sack.
yarn. You can also
Yeah, but that's not a rigid material. I'm talking about twigs.
Oh, no, it becomes-
twigs.
you can, if you soak them in water, I'm sure you can do like some.
Yes, you got to soak them in water. Well, actually, if you
Or
get the
steam
special
them.
twigs, the twigs that I'm using now, you don't have to soak. They're just fresh, straight from the earth. From the birth to the earth.
I did gold and silversmithing at age 14.
Wow. When I was age 14, the time I tried cannabis.
I was a good girl and got blamed. Everybody pointed their finger at me, and I was not the guilty party. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, but art is amazing, and cannabis rules because it heals the body, especially if it's done right. It's biblical also. It's on 22. So there's
I was
that.
just talking to a guy, John, who called himself a druid. Are you familiar with the modern druidry? Do you have an opinion on
Well,
druidry?
you know what?
Is your name John?
No, go ahead, Aurora. Aurora, I give
I'd
you.
love to hear your opinion.
Please, Aurora,
So
go ahead.
Druids are in Ireland, right? And they when they said that they were going to drive all the snakes out of Ireland, St. Patrick did that. Those were the Druids. But what most people don't understand is that Queen Elizabeth at one point was enacted into the Druidic order. So there's some history in
There's some shit.
Yeah, and apparently there has something to do with like the hair color that I have and those people, and yeah, so there's a bloodline and connections and all that stuff. Yay.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
The Anunnaki.
Anyway, John, do you have an opinion on the term druidry? Would you identify as a druid?
I wouldn't call myself a druid, but I've read the commentary of Julius Caesar, and he actually discusses the druidic, religious practices and how absolutely despicable they are in terms of human sacrifice and other, types of disgusting behavior. And so Caesar slew those fucking murderous, psychotic, horrible people and enslaved them in masses because they were such awful, terrible people.
I see.
They took over our temples and used them as brothels. It was horrible.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, I mean, if you're a druid today, it's basically saying you're a Wiccan, in my opinion.
Right.
Wiccans
That's
are
really what I
like druidic light.
Thank you, Wiccan.
Okay. Oh well, it's all good. So sacrificing your sons and daughters to war wouldn't be human sacrifice either, right?
I don't know, but I should definitely be live streaming this.
Aurora.
What am I gonna do? I should just order the phone now.
Aurora.
I actually like John.
Aurora, what was your name on here before? I can't remember.
Oh, you were darn.
I know, after you tell me, I will.
You're not supposed to say unless I say, okay, Death Hippie.
Oh, Death
Death
Hippie,
Hippie
that's
was
right.
my name.
Yeah. Didn't I get you to change your name from Death Hippie to something more positive?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, Aurora is the positive version
Wait,
of the
so
Death
do I
Hippie?
need a phone plan? Or, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's
a
just
track phone.
when you get the phone, you go to trackphone.com and you purchase the $15 1 month plan. You don't hit the renewal for the subscription, and you won't be charged after the 30-day period.
This one says $50 with 1 year of service.
Don't buy any. Yeah, just buy the phone. Do not buy any service. And then when you get the phone, you go to trackphone.com. You put the IMEI in, and then you choose your service plan, which is the cheapest plan. And then when you go to checkout, it'll ask you, "Oh, you want to save $10 a month and do a renewing subscription?" You click no.
Negative goes That's right.
And then after the 30 days, your phone runs this, and then you just run it off of Wi-Fi. I mean, you'll be using it on Wi-Fi anyways, but you just got to get the cheapest phone plan that there is, and don't do the resubscribe.
So would you say just buy like the cheapest track phone I can find and then just do it that way? Like
No, the two that I sent you, I've because I have over 100 phones, and so I've experimented.
Yes,
I've sent you the best deal, the best quality for your money, and I'm also going to send you a tripod.
But this one says, I got a tripod already. I appreciate your generosity. Another thing that came with a tripod.
You're going to need another tripod. Trust me.
Yeah, maybe you need multiple tripods. So this is 1 year of service, the 2024 model for $50. But it says it comes with 1 year of service.
You don't want to buy that. You definitely don't. You need a phone without service. I know, but isn't there an option just to buy the phone and not get the service?
Oh, phone only. You're right.
There you go.
There is. You're right. Phone only. Phone only. Oh, got it. Okay. It might not be available right now because you might have bought them.
The reason why it's not available is because everybody else is buying them because they know that this is
because you just said it.
This is the greatest value. Do you know how it took us 20,000 years to develop these devices, and people just sit there and look at TikTok videos all day long?
But what about this? Like, this is the some other one. Track phone, Motorola, 5G, 128, prepaid, 50 MP camera.
You don't want prepaid.
You want to trust me, Zach. I've sent you 3 links. I'm finished discussing it because I've sent you 3 items that I believe you should buy. If you don't buy them,
all right,
it's up to you. And if you want, I can send you a picture of what my office looks right now. Confirm. I think I've sent you this photo, but here we go again.
Level of ouch.
I got your number too, right, Aurora? Send me a text.
Yeah.
Send me a text message, and I'll send you the links and the photo that I sent my friend here. Okay, I'm gonna go refill my coffee, and then we will begin the show. We are discussing and performing mantras, reading poetry, which, in my opinion, is a form of meditation, which is also art. And it's fun. And then we will practice